Hello everyone, today let's answer Yuna's question on the topic of comparing and ordering fractions with different denominators. Today we'll be using the idea of fraction strips, or sometimes called as the bar model. Chris made a table to show the time it took him to walk to school on different days of the week. Please order the days from the most time taken to the least time. Here we see the table that contains the days and the time it took him to school. The units for the time are hours. Before we move on to the fraction strips or the bar models, let's remind ourselves what different parts of the fractions are called. For example, this fraction, 3/10, this 3 is called the numerator of this fraction. 分子. This 10 is called the denominator of this fraction. 分母. Now let's draw our bar models. Let the total length of this bar mean 1 hour. Because we know these 3/10, 4/6, 8/12, or 1/3. They are all less than 1 hour. Let's first use this bar to represent the 3/10 from Monday. And what's the meaning of this 3/10? It means that I chop up the entire hour into 10 equal pieces, and I pick 3 of them. The 3 comes from the numerator 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 equal pieces. This means 1/10 of an hour. And we need to have 3 of them. Next, let's use this orange bar to represent the 4/6 coming from Tuesday. Here we see that we chop up the entire hour into 6 equal pieces. This represents 1/6 of an hour. And we need to have 4 of this. Next, let's use this purple bit to find a way to represent the fraction 8/12. Again, we chop up the entire hour into 12 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we have 12 equal pieces. This means 1/12. And we need 8 of this. Lastly, let's find the bar model for 1/3. This means 1/3 of an hour. Looking at this diagram, it's easy to see that 4/6 is the same as 8/12 because they are equal in length. And they are also the longest in terms of the length. So we have 4/6 is equal to 8/12. This purple length is longer than this 1/3, so we know that 8/12 is greater than 1/3. By the way, this symbol means greater than. 大于. In terms of the length, this 1/3 is longer than this 3/10. That means this 1/3 is greater than 3/10. While we are at it, let's also introduce the symbol used for smaller than. Let's use an example. Say 1 is smaller than 2. This is the symbol for smaller than. 小于. Finally, looking at line 6, we know exactly how to order these days, from the most time taken to the least time. So the answer is this 4/6 represents Tuesday. This 8/12 means Wednesday. This 1/3 means Thursday. Lastly, this 3/10 means Monday. Although the answer is very easy once we have the picture, but it takes too much time to draw these diagrams. So today we will introduce another quicker way to solve this problem. This quicker way does not require you to draw so many diagrams like this, which is very time consuming and is a very boring job. The first step for this quicker way is to find a common denominator for the fractions 3/10, 4/6, and 1/3. At this point, you might be wondering, so where is the number 8/12? Because we know the fraction 8/12 is the same as 4/6. So we know we just have to pick one of these two fractions to do the comparison. In our case, we pick 4/6. The reason for finding the common denominators for this fraction is so that the numerators can count with the same denominator. The procedure to find the common denominator is the same as finding the least common multiple of the number 10 and the number 6 and the number 3. And so we write 10, 20, 30. For number 6, we write 12, 18, 24, 30. For number 3, we write 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. From these three separate lists, we know their lowest common multiple is the number 30. So our next job is try to turn all of these fractions into some other fractions that have 30 as their denominator. For the first fraction, 3/10, it's equal to a fraction with its denominator being the number 30. But remember that multiplying the top and the bottom of a fraction by the same number does not change the value of the fraction. So in fact, because of this 30, we know that we must multiply the bottom by the number 3. And because of this 3, we must also multiply the top by the number 3. And that tells me the numerator is the number 9. For the next fraction, 4/6, which can be written as something over the number 30. And in order to go from the number 6 to the number 30, we must multiply the number 6 by 5. So we must also multiply the top by the number 5. And that tells me the numerator is the number 20. Next, for the fraction 1/3, it's equal to something over the number 30. And because we need to multiply the number 3 by 10 to get the number 30, we know we must also multiply the top number 1 by 10, and that gives me 10. Now that these three fractions are all written with the same denominator, we know exactly which one is the greatest. That's this 20. And then the next number is 10. Finally, the smallest is the number 9. So this 4/6 is the greatest fraction among the three fractions. And this is the median fraction. This is the least. Remember that this 3/10 means Monday. This 4/6 means Tuesday and Wednesday. Because they are equal in value, this 1/3 means Thursday. So the answer to this question is again Tuesday, followed by Wednesday, followed by Thursday, and Monday. This answer is the same as above. This quicker way is better in the sense that it doesn't require you to draw so many these kind of diagrams that takes so much time and effort. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.